Cancer. Hi, this is your reading from May 2024. These are the messages that are coming through for you for the month of May. And we are asking your guides, angels, your whole guide team to come through and that these messages be for your greatest good and highest purpose, Cancer, throughout the month of May. There's a little bit of lighting stuff going on here. Wonder if I could. So synchronistically for you, where can you focus more on the light? I'm actually seeing that here in the cards as well. Because you, Cancer, first of all, the cycles of suffering that you've had to go through with, karmic experiences, with cycles that were yours to grow through and to learn from. These cycles are over. I'm seeing that the something you've endured, for a long, long time that caused you a lot of pain is over. It's complete. It's not coming back. And because of that, you have the Tower. This is showing shift, change. It's bringing a new, I love how in this deck, it's Poseidon. It's bringing a new wave of movement into your life. The tides have changed. Okay. So it's important for you to sort of energetically move with that. I'm seeing you release your fear of moving forward on your star path, on your soul path here. And I am seeing you in May willing to step more into the light, willing to embrace more light and more joy. And that's wonderful. That's wonderful to see. Okay. And I do see that there is a cycle that has very much, you ended it. You ended the cycle. It's ended, but it's because you said, this is over. This is done. Okay. You were the Queen of Swords. You said, yeah, no more of that. So you now, Spirit's showing success. Now, there is someone, Cancer, that you might be connected to who might be watching you move into new possibilities, into new options. And this person or this situation is just kind of watching you sail off into the sunset. Okay. Just be aware, not beware, but be aware. If you feel any sense of being drained, any sense of, man, why do I feel like my battery's being zapped energetically or physically or mentally weighed down? The first thing you're going to want to do there is send that energy away, because I'm not seeing that as being yours right now. I'm seeing you very much as, choosing what's right for yourself. Now, if you are connected to someone else who struggles at all with you choosing what's right for yourself, it's important to give that burden back to them, or maybe they are just, it's like they want to, I see an image of you sailing off into the sunset and maybe this person trying to swim after you, and maybe they just feel like they can't quite make it, to where you are right now. Cancer, it's just going to be something to accept for now, because in the past you would have tried to make everything right for everyone in a way that Spirit's just not going to let you do that anymore, right? But at the same time, make sure that you are open to miracles happening, because you very well may look up and you see, oh my gosh, how did they make it, onto the shore next to me? Somehow they did. And that's okay too. You don't have to tell yourself any stories about what's going on with anybody else, or where you are in relation to that. Just focus right now on, your own energy. And that's confirmation that you do need to clear your energy of anything that's not yours, making sure that you are fully embodying yourself. You're not renting out rooms energetically to anybody else. Okay. There is something here where, yeah, there's someone else's sadness or someone else's feelings that it's going to be important for you to recognize, that is not mine. That is not mine. And just gently, lovingly giving that back. As you do this, you're getting lots and lots of support. You're calling in souls that are aligned with you, souls that are in the vibrational place that you're in right now. And, again, we don't need to cast predictions out into the future about who's going to be around you. Like we said, you may be surprised. You may be like, wow, that person that I didn't see as able to, hang with me vibrationally is there. Great. But for now, you're just swimming with a different school of fish, right? So make sure you're calling in those soul alignments that do lift you up, that do nourish your spirit, and you're focusing on those. Okay. All right. Beautiful. And release any need to tell yourself stories or judgment about anybody else. Okay. So this is the time to focus on what you're receiving, what spirit's bringing in, and just let yourself focus on that. That's plenty for now. You've spent a long, long time, Cancer, on your journey, suffering because you were focusing so much on making everything okay for everybody else. You really have. And so just give yourself some time right now to focus on feeling solid within yourself, feeling the gifts and the rewards that are coming in for you, and feeling into your own passion. Where is your own passion leading you? This is not a time to be distracted by anybody else's passion or path. All right, this deck's going to call it out as it sees it. This is the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine deck. I mean, codependency, pure and simple. This is what you're leaving behind. Look, Goddess of Destruction. You're like, there's no more room for that in my life. And anywhere that you see obstruction, anywhere. Now, it's interesting because Kali, the feminine here, showed up with the Goddess of Destruction saying, we're not doing codependency anymore. I'm not. Then you have Ganesh showing up, God of obstruction, and showing up as the masculine. So some of you, Cancer, may feel that, that you're trying to break up and destroy this path that doesn't go anywhere good to get to unconditional love, to get to a good place. And you may feel that there's a karmic partner who's kind of pulling you back to a blocked path that you're actively, not wanting to do anymore. So you've got your boundaries that so stay true to those boundaries in love, from a place of love. There's no need to move into fear, because this situation does not have power over you. So just confidently say, you know what? I'm going to stick to those boundaries. I'm going to focus on the child inside of me. And I'm not going to stay on that blocked path right now. It's possible that you're connected to a masculine who is going to do that right now. So just release and rise. And as we said, who knows what happens in the future? There's going to be hidden gifts. Behind every door that you open, there will be hidden gifts. Okay? Beautiful. I love that message. That Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine deck was speaking very clearly. That's a deck by Christabel Jessica or Jessica Christabel. I can never remember which name comes first. So you've got this simply love. It's talking about plain and simple. Focus on what does that child within you need. That's going to move you forward right now. What does that little child within you need? Let's focus just on that. And that's a change in your focus, because, for how much of your life have you really focused on that. Maybe only the first few years of your life, and then something else took over. But now, in order to tap into the sacral, the solar plexus and the sacral energy that you need to move into that power, to put yourself first, to focus on you, you're going to just ask for help. Ask for help from your soul guide team. Ask for help from your earthly soul alignment team. Because this is a new beginning. So you don't have to do it all by yourself. It's sort of like if someone, breaks an addiction, they're releasing an addiction, a negative habit, and they connect with a support group. So consider, Cancer, the souls that are being drawn in right now to support you. Consider those your support group, supporting you in a new life that is anchored in creativity. That is, again, sacral chakra. That's the reason I was hearing that. Sacral chakra, because that's what Spirit's activating within you. And it's time to stop denying yourself the power and the wonder of that sacral chakra and what you are co-creating with Spirit. And it's time to do that, create and enjoy that from a place of no stress. If something or someone stresses you out about what you're creating or about just how you're living your life right now, focusing on your child, it's time to see that that is not the kind of love that you need right now. That is codependency. Okay. Not to say this person's not capable of connecting with you in love at some point, but at this point, they may still be in an energy of codependency, or you may still be in an energy of codependency with them, right? Because there are certain connections and people that can trigger those patterns within ourselves. And it's just important to recognize that. And again, call in your support group. Call in the connections that support you in that. Now, is it possible that you could, I was going to go in the route of, is it possible that you could go ahead and dive into this codependency, with this person that triggers it and work through it together? I'm just getting at this point, Spirit saying, well, I guess it's possible, but it really wouldn't be the easiest path for you. And I'm trying to, give you the easiest way. It might lead you into some old struggles and you might need to relearn some lessons if that's the route you choose. But, do you need to choose that? The timing on your path, the astrology and the energy right now says, no, you don't. Because this is definitely a time of choosing the new for ourselves so that we can truly have this 10 of Cups, which is heaven on earth, all the joy in the world, all the emotional abundance and fulfillment. Okay. So that, Cancer, is what I'm getting for you there. Let me ask specifically into any guidance that your team would like you to have regarding your work and soul purpose. Work and soul purpose for Cancer in May. Yeah. Okay. So nice manifesting energy. I am getting that you will be very, very supported and that there is a destined shift happening for you in the month ahead regarding work. Wheel of Fortune. What is the Queen of Swords, please? Okay. So keep on embracing the truth and cutting out situations that just honestly bum you out in your life, because Spirit's bringing you in all kinds of newness and asking you to choose it. And so work-wise, if there are situations where you're like, this just flat out makes me miserable, then your job is going to be to cut that out of your life. And because they're showing the Queen of Swords just slices things away that are not a fit. And when you do that, Spirit's going to show you the way to do that. You don't have to do it in a way that feels fear driven. Don't do it in a way that feels fear driven. Do it in a way that feels like, I'm protected in moving toward what makes me feel good and in moving away from what makes me feel bad. Plain and simple. Spirit's making those changes happen in my life. So I do see that happening for you with work. I see that when you do that, when you choose to end anything that's making you suffer, even with work, especially with work, you're going to be shown the way things are just, gravitating in for you that you have been manifesting. But pay attention. Yeah, there's going to be situations. Pay attention to the energy of situations having to do with work. If anything feels like drama, feels like, man, I just don't want any part of that anymore, then do not. Even if it just faintly smells like it, you don't even have to be able to describe exactly why. Just, no, doesn't feel good. Doesn't make me feel good. Gonna move this way. Okay. And anything having to do with relationship, I feel like we kind of went there already, but anything else with relationship? Thank you guys. You are protected. Keep choosing a higher and higher vibration. Again, with the Wheel of Fortune, something destined happening here. There is an ending of a chapter and a change. So even if you, there is going to be this situation where someone else doesn't like that you're choosing this higher path, and they're going to be kind of like, hey, what are you doing? And maybe even give you some control trouble about it, like, blow up on you a little bit. Again, just choose peace. That stresses me out. I'm not going to choose that. I'm just going to focus on my own brilliant self. Okay, because somebody's not going to like the path you're taking for yourself, and maybe they'll get over it, but give them a minute, a little while. And then finally, having to do with your health and wellness, Cancer, messages having to do with your health and wellness for me. Again, the pain and suffering's over. I see something that has been, this might be a family, an ancestral or a family pattern that you've been worried will be something you have to deal with. No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you won't. Mm-mm. Stay, no, you have the sun. So there's some cancers here who are worried that something that has happened to previous family members would happen to them, something that even ended the lives of somebody before them would happen to them. It's not going to. It's not going to. You have the 10 of coins, which is this cornucopia of material, which includes your body, wealth, and abundance and solidness. You are not, so you can move away from the story that says, but what if this happens to me? That story is not yours. I understand and your guides understand that there's fear involved when, you're connected to this pain that someone else went through, but you're not gonna be going through that. I see that some of you even had a parent die maybe when you were young, and this is really hard. And just be with that little child inside of you, give them love, give them understanding and compassion that, yeah, that's painful, but that's not your path. It's not your path. And that person on the other side is with you and will send you signs and guide you through that fear for those of you for whom that resonates. Okay. Anything else that's going on with your body, any frustration you've been feeling with your body, just remember to tell your body, hey, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And I'm listening to you. And, because your body's connected to that child inside of you. And your body is the way that the child is communicating with you, letting you know what it's time to let go of. And for some of you, that's going to be control and the ways that control energy has been manifesting in your body. Okay. So this feels wonderful. This message feels pretty complete for Cancer for me. I hope you'll let me know if you have any questions. Looks like a beautiful month of you choosing. Yeah, choosing what's right for you. And I do see um love coming in for you, Cancer. This just might be a time where um you may not see the ways it's coming in because you are being guided to be so focused on you right now. So just trust, just absolutely trust that as you release what's no longer right for you, all that is being drawn in, pulled in, brought in. Okay. In that light. All right. We will connect again very soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful month ahead. Bye.